Hi, my name is Jason, and in this episode, we're going to move the hands and the feet. All right, often overlooked, often overworked. We're going to go over some movements that are going to restore that balance to the natural rhythm of the way the hands and feet are built to move. Hopefully, in the process, we can release some tension, relieve some pain and discomfort, and get some more energy flowing through these very important areas. So we'll start with the hands. You can open your palms up like so. Spread your fingers nice and wide, and even pull your fingers back towards you. So if you feel like your fingers are kind of forward, pull your fingers up so the palms are very open to the front. You can feel a lot happening already, probably in the forearms and wrists. If it's too much, if your breath cannot be steady, come out of it a little bit. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, just curl your hands forward, bending from the wrists. So on your inhale, open them up. On the exhale, curl forward. You may even lightly curl your hands into light fists as you go forward. Feel that stretch on the top of the forearm. Cool. Feel free to do this for longer, but I'm going to move on here to the next step where we go around the wrists in circles. Do it as steadily as possible here. So we're moving more slowly than we would naturally want to. Still let your inhale come to open palms, and the exhale comes as the hands curl forward. Change directions. Gotta do this in both directions now. So these slow, controlled movements here are strengthening the tiny muscles that are in charge of keeping your wrists moving in this way, in a very controlled way. Waking those muscles up. And we should be relying on them rather than swinging the hands around violently. We're using different muscles. This is strengthening the little muscles that do this. Let's just shake it out a little bit. Relax. Take a breath. Make sure your shoulders and neck are relaxed now. We don't want to hold on to any extra tension there. All right, awesome. So open the hands wide again. They don't have to face the front. They can face however they want. I'm going to do this so you can see me. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale now, curl your hands into a fist. Don't worry about the wrists bending. Just squeeze the fists. And as you inhale, open the hands. Slowly with your whole inhale. And as you exhale, the whole exhale to slowly close and squeeze the fist. Maybe even challenge yourself to go one finger at a time when opening the hands. As gradually as you can, and one at a time closing them. Very gradual. So feel every single centimeter of movement that's happening as you open and close your hands. It may seem simple, it may seem juvenile, but chances are we're overlooking at least one important part of these movements. And if we are, we're creating imbalance every time we do it. So just be aware of doing it for this exercise. You can kind of shake them out a little bit. All right, awesome. We're going to do the same thing with the feet. So step your feet out so the heels are on the ground. And this is done best when sitting. But if you're standing or if you're sitting on the ground, if for whatever reason it's better to do one foot at a time, that's totally fine. I'm going to show you both at the same time. It's just like the hands. Inhale, lift the toes up towards you. Exhale, push the toes down like you're stepping on the gas pedal in your car. With each inhale, lift them up. With each exhale, push them down. So this is a really good exercise. Again, developing the muscles with control that are in charge of lifting and pushing the feet down. This pumping action also increases and encourages circulation way down into your feet and from your feet, which are the farthest part away from your heart. So it helps to move that blood. Sometimes we have swelling in the feet. Excess fluid and blood can accumulate down there because of gravity. So this is good to keep things strong, keep the pumping motion, moving things back and forth. let's go around in circles. Still inhaling as the toes come up. Exhaling as they go down. So again, we're moving more slowly than we normally would, but there's so many little muscles in here that are getting woken up and activated in this process, and they're all super important. There's no muscle on your body that's just there for no reason. They all play a role. So if some are being overlooked or they're just injured, they've been on the shelf, it's good to get those going. Let everything work in tandem. Let's come around the other way. We're helping the whole body work in unison with a nice balance, because again, if we have something that's out of balance, one part's not doing as much, another part's doing more than it should, or doing too much or extra, this imbalance can happen. This is where injury comes from, disease. So we're going to keep things working together as evenly as we can. Cool. So we can bring those feet back in. Maybe keep them out there a little bit, because we're going to do this one, but with the toes. So as you inhale, lift the toes, spread them. I'm going to show you with the hands too. As you exhale, curl those toes forward. Now this may feel very intense. If there's pain, don't go that far. Come back out of it a little bit. We each inhale though, open the toes. With each exhale, curl the toes. So you may find there's very little movement here. You may find that you can't go very far at all without pain. Just go as far as you possibly can right now. I guarantee if you keep focusing on this and keep trying to do this consistently, that your threshold will increase. You'll be able to do more. And that's the idea, little by little. We don't want to go too far on anything. Cool. So just a side note, you can do hands and feet at the same time. If you want to save time, you can do them both at once. So this can be half as long. The other thing that's really great I'm going to leave you with for hands and feet, just place your thumb into your palm and start squeezing around in between the bones and the meaty areas of your hand. And the fingers can push into the back of the hand at the same time, in between the bones. Give yourself a massage. Maybe wiggle the bones around a little bit. Let this hand be nice and relaxed. It's getting a nice massage treatment right now. It can just chill. Don't forget about the fingers. You can kind of go up the fingers, giving some lengthening as well as squeezing the muscles in there. Thumb, maybe the wrist, maybe the forearm. You can do this for as long as you want. It's free. There's no per minute charge here. Obviously, switch. You want to get the other hand as well. Give yourself this time. If you feel like you're being rushed, set aside some more time for yourself. Because you deserve this. These hands do so much for you. They really do deserve this and more to be given back to them. And you can always put a foot up on your knee and just go to town in the same way. You can use both hands now on each foot. And just see how I'm kind of moving things side to side here. I'm moving the bones up and down, getting into the toes, moving them up and down. Let the foot be relaxed. Pushing into the foot feels so good. And again, it doesn't cost anything. You don't have to go to a masseuse and pay $1 or $2 a minute for this kind of treatment. It may be a little bit weird, but no one has to know you're doing this either. You know I'm doing it, you can see, but I'm just trying to help you guys. So it's good to do that and spend more time than I'm doing here. I'm just kind of showing you. But it's so important to pay back to these feet. They keep you up. These are your wheels. These hands, they do so much. We're always doing different things with our hands. Let's keep everything moving so we can do it really, really well. And hopefully more pain-free. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Send me a message. And until next time, my name is Jason. Thank you very much. Namaste.